Welcome to another presentation right here on the Solid Sports and Gaming channel of the NFL Monday Football Hangover Week 5 edition of 2024. Thank you for watching. I'm Troy West, and thank you for joining me this afternoon. And I appreciate you guys for being so patient with me with the channel. Thanks so much for watching. Every Monday we'll come here after the football Sunday and we'll look back over what went on Sunday in the NFL. Another crazy week in the NFL or Sunday as well. We'll look at all the games so far through week 5, and then we'll quick preview tonight. The New Orleans Saints will go to Kansas City to face the defending champion Kansas City Chiefs. We will have all that for you today on this version. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry, I was trying to wait for all the helicopters and whatever's going on, helicopters and airplanes. So hopefully y'all can hear me. I'm sorry. I'm outside. Nice day today. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. It's a nice day in Baltimore today. And also, before we get started, yesterday was my birthday, my 41st birthday. So everybody on Instagram, Facebook, or social media, thank you so much. I'm gonna post something on here after I record this show. Just to thank you guys. I always get a lot of birthday wishes around my birthday, so I greatly appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for the birthday wishes yesterday, and they continue to come in, so thank you so much for that. But like I said, crazy week 5 in the NFL. We're going to start with the Thursday night game from week 5. The Atlanta Falcons in overtime defeated the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 36-30. Falcons improved to are they 3-2 or are they 2-3? I know that the Buccaneers fall to 3-2. We try to know these teams' records by heart. Oh, so Atlanta also 3-2. Yes, I was so my hunch was right. So they're tied for the division lead. If New Orleans wins tonight, it would be a 3-way tie. And of course, Carolina is only 1-4. But we'll talk about them when we get to their game. But this game, I didn't see much of it. But it's much more the highlights. Baker didn't have his best game, but Kirk Cousins, of course, over 500 yards. Drake London came out with his biggest game. Kyle Pitts as well. This Falcons team on offense is a dangerous team. You saw it in this game. I think this division is going to be nip and tuck all year long. We'll see how the Saints look tonight. The Saints has looked great at times this season as well. I think those three teams is probably going to, just like last year, probably going to go back and forth. I still get the edge to the Bucs. Even though they lost this game, the head scratcher against Denver. I'm starting to think secondly about them. Atlanta as well, they had some moments, and so has the Saints. So I think these three teams are pretty much even. It's going to depend on probably head-to-head matchups with these two teams. So big win for the Falcons to get the 3 wins. And the Buccaneers, big loss, so they both 3-2, tied the division. The Saints could tie them tonight with a win over Kansas City tonight. So we move into Sunday. To me, game of the day, and this is just not me being biased. Ravens winning it overtime over the Cincinnati Bengals, 41-38. Lamar Jackson was unbelievable. Had some few mistakes. The botch snap, well, it was 2 botch snaps. The first one, he was able to turn it into a touchdown. The second one, actually, it was a turnover. But the Bengals could not kick the go-ahead field goal. They missed it. Game went to overtime. Joe Burrow, costly interception at the regulation as well. So both teams had tried to give the game to the other down the stretch, but the Ravens pulled it off 41-38. Derrick Henry wound up with 92 yards, but overall didn't play that well. I think the Bengals did have a good game plan. They just was like they dared the Ravens to throw the ball, and the Ravens was able to do that well. Joe Burrow was unbelievable as well. Over 360, 5 touchdowns. Bad tackling for the Ravens. As a Ravens fan, yeah, I think the negative of it, the defense going to be like this all year. Got to improve on their tackling, but I think the offense, they found pretty much, like, I don't want to say identity, even though that's what I used in social media last night, but I just think they fouled themselves. I think the Ravens kind of know what they want to do. Mark Andrews finally had a few catches yesterday, so I think the Ravens offense um, is on track. Will be a tough game against the Washington Commanders next week. The way they play, we'll talk about them when we get to their game. Bengals are 1-4. Ravens are 3-2. And they're now tied with Pittsburgh as the Steelers fell to Dallas last night. We'll talk about that game as well soon. But big win for the Ravens though. Just an awesome win for the Ravens. Cincinnati, big loss. But I think at 1-4, I just think the way the landscape is so far this season, I don't think they're out of it. I think it's gonna be tough for them, but I don't just write them off. History probably writes them off. But if you look around the AFC and just the whole league, it's not really no standalone team. Everybody has weaknesses that can be exploited on any given day. I think Cincinnati also in a loss. Joe Burrow is definitely back and healthy. So this Bengals team is going to be tough to deal with. But I think they're not out of it, but I think they got to start putting together some wins, though, soon. I don't know what their schedule look like, but they got to start putting together some wins. But big win for the Ravens. They go to 3-2. Cincinnati falls to 1-4. This game was in London yesterday. I meant to do this game before this game, but since I'm a Ravens fan, that game came up on my feed first. Minnesota Vikings over the New York Jets, 23-17. Vikings were dominated this game. I saw bits and pieces of it. I was at work during the time, but Sam Darnold didn't play great yesterday, but did enough to win the game. Aaron Rodgers, I think he's trying to do too much. I think the Jets abandoned the run too soon. I know they got down 17-0, but the Jets defensively seem like they sort of trying to find their way still on that side of the ball. But Aaron Rodgers, to me, really since his last year at Green Bay, he definitely not in his prime anymore. I'm not going to say he's done and washed, but he's definitely not in his prime anymore. There's still certain throws he missed in that game yesterday. 3 interceptions, which is unheard of for him. So this Jets team, we got to go back to the drawing board. But like I said, now that the Bills have dropped 2 straight, we'll talk about them in a minute. The Jets are still right there at 2-3. Miami is a mess right now, even though they pulled out the win yesterday over the Patriots. So this division is still up for grabs. Big loss, but they can bounce back. Minnesota 5-0, definitely the most surprising team so far this season. Like I said, Sam Darnold looked great. Showed some flash, showed some old Sam Darnold yesterday, but still the Vikings were able to get the win. I think that defensively, the Minnesota is very, very strong on that side of the ball, which I think is being overlooked. So this Vikings team is for real. I think they're going to be around all year long. So it's going to be a dogfight in the NFC North with Green Bay. Big win for them yesterday. We'll talk about them soon as well. Minnesota leads the division, but Detroit's right there. Even though they was off this week, Green Bay is going to keep with it. Chicago also going to brace up to the table. So this division is going to be fun to watch throughout the season. But the Vikings right now leads at 5-0. Jets are 2-3 on the season. The Jacksonville Jaguars finally get their first win of the season, beating the Indianapolis Colts 37-34. Trevor Lawrence finally looked like a quarterback yesterday. I think this is the biggest thing you got to take from that. He looked as sharp yesterday. He was hitting all his throws. This is the Trevor Lawrence that they paid for. If he plays like this, the Jags could get back in the mix maybe in the South, or at least for a wild card. The Colts, Joe Flacco played again yesterday. Like I said, I know a lot about Joe because he was the Ravens quarterback for a long time. Sort of tailed off at the end of his career in Baltimore. Sort of basically was a backup for years. But now he's reemerged. He still can throw the football. If he got a clean pocket, Joe can throw the football. He got a strong arm. So just couldn't do enough yesterday for the Colts. They fall short. The Colts would fall to 2-3, I believe. Jaguars are 1-4. Let me check that just to be 100% sure. I think the Colts are 2-3 now. Yes, so But big game for Trevor Lawrence yesterday to get back to himself. Hopefully he gets straight together with some good games like this, and the Jags can get back into it. Speaking of the Dolphins, Miami wins it yesterday 15-10 over the New England Patriots. Miami just did enough. The defense played very strong yesterday. New England, I don't know if they should stay with Jacoby or not. But definitely the offense looks stagnant. If they ain't running the ball too well, they be in a standstill on offense. But I gotta give the Dolphins by defense credit as well. Tyler Huntley, I think he's going to get better as the season goes on. Of course, it's a new system for him. He was in our system in Baltimore for a long time. But at least you saw flashes when he got the ball in Tyreek hands and the playmakers' hands. But the Dolphins definitely need Tua back if they're going to be competitive. But they get the win to hold on. They go to 2-3. New England falls to 1-4. The Washington Commanders, another surprising team in the NFC, 4-1 now. If they defeat the Cleveland Browns dominantly, 34-13. We're going to stick with the Commanders for a second. Jalen Daniels definitely look like runaway rookie of the year for sure. Probably even in consideration for MVP. Playing very, very well. He makes throws when he has to make them. He runs on a selective. He picks his times when to run. He looks to pass first. Just look very, very poised with, like I said, this 5th game in his career. Like I said, it's going to be a tough game for the Ravens next week. The Browns, I was watching some sports shows this morning. The Browns are a mess. Deshaun Watson, I'm rooting for the guy. I really hope he can turn stuff around. Don't look like it, though. The way he's been playing, he's just been playing very, very bad. But they said they're going to stick with him. He's not going to be benched. At least that's the initial report. Kevin Stefanski said at the podium yesterday that he won't be benched next week. So he will play. But he got to play better for sure. It's not just him. The offensive line has failed him. He's been sacked the most times in the league. So that doesn't help. And the defense, even though the defense is supposed to be their strength, they haven't played well overall to their potential. So it's not just Watson, but he's definitely the biggest problem. Hopefully he can turn things around as the Browns now fall to 1-4 and the Commanders are 4-1 and leads the NFC East. So another surprising team from nowhere so far this season. Texans defeat the Buffalo Bills 23-20. Revenge game for Stephon Diggs. Had a few catches, had a few moments in the game. Josh Allen didn't play particularly well again in this game, but still had a chance to win down the stretch. He got hit, I think, early 4th quarter or mid-3rd. I know it was in the second half. He got evaluated for a concussion that passed the protocol, but everybody said, well, he did look right after that. So that's something to keep an eye on. Probably be deeper investigated by the NFL. But the Bills, the story with the Bills is that the last 2 games have shown that Josh Allen got too much on his plate. Somebody's going to have to step up on the offensive side and be a playmaker for him. He's not going to be able to do it all himself. Maybe some games he can, but not every game. And this proves it again. So the Bills now lost 2 straight. They're 3-2. Texans up 4-1. But I say this about the Texans when we move on to the next game. They win in games, and it's always a win is a win. But they don't look that sharp to me. I think if Josh Allen would have played just a little bit better, this would have been a loss for Houston. But it seemed like whatever, I give them credit for this, whatever unit have to step up, which was the defense yesterday, even though C.J. Stroud played very, very well. Very clean game yesterday. But it seemed like they just couldn't finish drives for some reason. But Houston finds a way to win. And sometimes that can be a lasting effect. So they're 4-1. Definitely top of the AFC South. I don't think nobody else had 3 wins because Jacksonville just won yesterday. Who else in that division? The Colts are 2-3, and the Jags. I just said the Jags. So who's the other team? Tennessee. It's only 1-3. So Houston definitely head and shoulders above this division. But I like to see them play a little bit better though as the season weighs on. Bears defeat the Panthers 36-10. Best game for Caleb Williams in his young career. Hit up with DJ Moore twice on 2 big touchdowns. Defense was outstanding once again for this Bears team. They put in Bryce Young later in the game. I didn't even know that until today. I don't see why they should have just let Andy Dalton ride it out. I think it was a big scuffle yesterday. We'll see if there's any suspensions or anything, fines from that. Because I think the Bears scored a late touchdown, kind of rub it in, kind of, as they say, run up the score. So I think the Panthers did like that and wound up being a little brawl. So we'll see if there's any ramifications for that. But the big takeaway, the Bears, what they had, 3-2 or 2-3? I think they 3-2. Yes, 3-2. So stays at least in striking distance for the Vikings in that division. We'll see what Detroit had a bye, so Green Bay won. So this was a big win for the Bears to stay in the mix. But I like what I saw from Caleb Williams yesterday. If you continue to build on that and his bad defense players the way well as they played, it's going to be, like I said, this division is going to be a bloodbath all year long. Sorry about the noises. I'm outside. Somebody's running a lawnmower about 2-3 doors over from me. Apologize for that. But the Bears go to 3-2. Panthers fall to 1-4, and don't look like it's going to get better for them anytime soon. We go to the AFC West now. The Broncos defeat the Las Vegas Raiders 34-18. Bo Nix, probably his best game of his career. As the Bronco defense continue to do what they do. 3-2 now. The Denver Broncos. Raiders fall to, I think they're 2-3 now, right? Let's see. Yes, so Raiders fall to 2-3. Davante Adams thing started to get a little bit more messy. He got a hamstring injury, so we'll see if he's traded soon or not. I think the trade deadline is coming up, so I think the trade deadline in the NFL is usually like early, kind of early in the season, close to midway through the season. So this is week 6 coming in next week. So some teams have showed interest, so we'll see if he's moved or not. But the Broncos, Bo Nix and Coach Payton got into a spat yesterday on a drop touchdown pass. Maybe, like I said, maybe Sean Payton. I just don't remember Sean Payton being like this. But it's the NFL, it's sports, things happen. You get what you get off your chest, and then you just walk away and move on, cool down, go back to the next play. So I don't see a big deal of it. Denver wins the game. Like I said, Denver will be pesky. We'll see. I want to see how they look against the Chiefs when they play them. But overall, this is they're definitely better than they was last year. We'll see what they do during the season. They is over 500, 3-2 now. We'll see how things unfold for them. Raiders, like I said, I just think they're sort of a mess right now. Too much going on. We'll see if the Devontae is moved or not. But until then, I think the Raiders just going to sleepwalk through the season. Unfortunately, so we'll see if he's moved or not. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll talk about it when it happens. What a surprising scores yesterday. The Arizona Cardinals come back and defeat the San Francisco 49ers 24-23. Niners are now, I believe they 1-4, right? I believe so. Or is they 2-3? Okay, they 2-3. Okay, so is Arizona. Niners, I don't know. I mean, they play well. Like Brock Purdy didn't play horrible. He ain't played his best, but he ain't played horrible. I mean, the offense, I guess they just say finishing drives, maybe because of McCaffrey and Debo. Ayuk had a big game yesterday. Arizona, like I said, Kyler Murray, he can make big plays here and there. Had the 50-yard touchdown run in this game. The Cardinals' defense impressed me, though. Yesterday, had some big plays, of course, the game winning interception, basically, to seal the game. That's why I said Brock Purdy hasn't played clean. But I'm not that. I mean, I don't want to say worried about the Niners. Maybe that's too strong a word. I'm gonna keep my eye on them. I think they're going to be fine. They need to just get healthy. Even though Chris McCaffrey, his injury doesn't look good at all. He probably gonna be out majority of the season. We'll see how long Debo's out. But big win for the Cardinals though. As both teams are now 2-3, and who was it about? The Rams lost yesterday, so Seattle lost as well. So still a game back. So this division is up for grabs. So the Niners just got to get healthy, and I think they'll be fine. Cardinals, like I said, I think they're going to be a pesky team all year long. So we'll see how both of these teams fare going forward. Speaking of the Rams, the Packers defeat the Rams 24-19 on the road yesterday. Packers improved to 3-2. Rams fall to, I think they are 1-4. Just be sure. Yes. So they are 1-4. Rams got a lot of injuries as well. Their whole offensive line is hurt. They both top receivers hurt, Pakua and Cooper Kupp. So injuries all over the place. I still like the way they fought. I like the way they ran the ball. Defensively, they got to get better. But I mean, I don't count the Rams out completely just yet. Packers, Jordan Love started to look like last year's Jordan Love. I still need to see him. His mechanics got to be still tweaked a little bit. I don't like how it's good to do it when you under duress. You know, that when he steps back and do that sort of like off one leg throw. I think if he'd have stepped into his throw that I forgot what receiver it was, but he was going down the sideline. I watched the majority of this game, and he missed the throw. I think if he'd have stepped into the throw and put it on the money, I think that could have been a touchdown. This game would have been as close as it was. But they still get the win, 3-2. Like I said, everybody's chasing the Vikings right now in that division. Rams, like I said, even though they're 1-4, Seattle's only 3-2. We're about to talk about them next. So they're not out of it yet. They just need to get healthy. But Matthew Stafford, I give credit to him. He stood in there, didn't give up. But the Rams just too depleted on injuries. But they're going to have a rough time until they get healthy. Giants, one of the biggest upsets yesterday. Giants defeat the Seahawks 29-20. Daniel Jones actually played decent yesterday. The Giants defense played well. Seattle is a hard place to play. For them to go in there and get the win, definitely give them life. I believe they are now 2-3. Let me be sure. Yes, let's make the Giants 2-3. Let's go Seattle fall to 3-2. Geno didn't play horrible, but just couldn't stay consistent. Giants with a big win to stay at least relevant for now. Seattle still leads the division, but like I said, I think they missed the opportunity to really give themselves some breathing room, because like I said, the Niners are going to be right there. The Cardinals, I think, like I said, it's going to be pesky, and I don't count the Rams out yet. I think if they'd have won this game, got a 2-game lead, I think they'd feel better about winning this division now. You only got a 1-game lead. So I think this loss really hurts Seattle. But we'll see if they bounce back. Giants, like I said, big win for morale. As it was starting to look really bad there with Daniel Jones. So he at least quiets some of the noise down for now. Big win for the Giants. They're 2-3, like I said, and the Seahawks fall to 3-2, but they still lead the NFC West. Last game of the night, and it was late into the night. Dallas Cowboys, huge win on the road against the Pittsburgh Steelers, winning it 20-17. Dallas tried to give Pittsburgh back the game. A lot of turnovers for Dak. Dak didn't play clean, but he made throws when he needed to make them. Especially the touchdown pass to Turpin outside the goal line. The play before that, great play by the defense of the Pittsburgh Steelers, knocking the ball out, just couldn't get on it. Dak, give him credit, he jumped on the ball immediately, preserved the possession, when it was able to get the game-winning touchdown pass for Dallas. Big win for the Cowboys to go to 3-2. Washington played very, very well. The Eagles got a bye week. We'll see if they cleaned up their mess. And the Giants just won, so this was a big win for Dallas. Steelers, same. I feel like just like the Seahawks. You want to get some cushion now. You tied with Baltimore at 3-2 now. Cleveland right now, I don't consider them a threat. But Cincinnati, I think it's going to be a charge down the end. So like I said, this division is far from over. But I think they missed an opportunity to keep that one-game lead. So now we'll see how things unfold from here. But a big win for Dallas. And this game wasn't over till late, 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast. So I stayed up and watched this game last night. The game didn't start till about 9:15, 9:20, I believe. Had lightning in the area in Pittsburgh. But blown opportunity for the Steelers. We'll see if this hurts. Dallas win it 20-17. Both teams are 3-2. So that's it. It was only 14 games this week. We're through 13. There's one game left. You got the New Orleans Saints visiting the undefeated Chiefs. Chiefs 4-0. Saints are 2-2. Like I said, the first two games for the Saints this year, they look like the best team in the NFL. But the last two, they've fallen. So Chiefs, like I said, been skating by. Everybody's saying they're getting the calls, and they probably are. But I just think, kind of like Houston, they just finding a way to win. Travis Kelce finally got involved last week. I see a lot of people picking the Saints to win this game tonight. I just can't. Until the Chiefs lose, they got to show me that they lose. They at home. It's a night game. Just like if this game was in New Orleans, I could see this happening. But this game is in Kansas City. That crowd is going to be ready. Alvin Kamara, to me, right now, is an MVP candidate. Like, especially if they win this game. He's been the reason why the Saints has been in games. Derek Carr got to play a little bit better. And also the defense. Opportunity defense, but I think they need to get more consistent. But I see the Chiefs winning this game. I just don't think the Saints going to have enough. The Chiefs, speaking of defense, the Chiefs defense, not talked about enough. That pass rush going to disrupt Carr. They're good against the run as well. So Alvin Kamara, they're going to have to use him in creative ways to get him the ball. I think they would try it. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. The Chiefs ain't been world beaters blowing out teams, but I think the Chiefs will win it by at least 7. I'm gonna go 27-20 Kansas City. I don't like to pick scores, but that's the score. I see it in that range. Both teams in the 20s, and the Chiefs win it by a touchdown tonight. I think Pat plays a clean game tonight. I think that's going to help them win as well. I don't think he threw no interceptions or turn the ball over. So I think that's going to help the Chiefs tonight. I think they win this game tonight and move to 5-0. So that's it with our Monday Football Hangover. Thank you for joining me this Monday. Every Monday we'll be here. Week 6 next week around the same time. I'm going to put this video as a premiere. So watch for it around 2:30. Let's put it up around 2:30. So it'll be a premiere. So it'll be a live chat. So I'm going to be in the chat with you guys. So if you guys decide to come and watch, I'm going to put it on. I'm going to announce it right here on YouTube, on the community wall, and on my social media. So definitely check it out. Thank you guys so much. So join me Thursday. Of course, Thursday will be live. I'm going to say 3 o'clock. If it's sooner, I'll change it. 3 o'clock Thursday afternoon. Solid Sports Video Blog. Episode 275. We'll look back at Week 5. Preview Thursday Night Football. Thursday Night Football this week is... San Francisco and Seattle, so that's a huge game for both of these teams. So we'll preview that game. Look ahead to Week 6 as well in the NFL. MLB playoffs is off and running. Both of the National League Division Series are tied at 1 game apiece. Phillies, Mets are tied, and the Padres was able to tie up with the Dodgers last night. American League tonight, Yankees look to go up 2-0 at home, and so does the Cleveland Guardians against their division rival, the Detroit Tigers. So 2 big games tonight before they change and go on the road. Flip home. So we'll talk about that Thursday as well. And the NBA, we'll look at which group is up. I think it's the East B group, I believe. Yes. So we'll look at that. And now it's the preseason, so we'll have some NBA news as well. So join me next week. Well, this Thursday, live, 3 o'clock. I got to work Thursday, so that's why I got to push the time a little later. I'll come here and get myself together, put together a good show for you guys. So join me live on Thursday, right here on the Solid Sports and Gaming channel. And we'll talk about all sports. Hockey season starts tomorrow. I might try to throw a little hockey in there just to, give a variety for the show. And some college football. Of course, there was a lot of upsets in college football, so we'll talk a little college football as well Thursday, as well. Thank you guys so much. That's the show for this week. Come back next Monday, Week 6 edition of the NFL Monday Football Hangover. My power rankings probably going to look different this week. We'll see. If the Chiefs lose tonight, it definitely look real different. But we'll see how that goes tonight and this week. So thanks for the birthdays wishes again. I appreciate you guys so much, especially on social media. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Some people, shout out to my co-workers at my job. Gave me a little cake yesterday, a nice little card. So I appreciate that as well. All my family, friends, for the birthday wishes. I appreciate you guys, everybody. Some people I've been friends with for years. It's good to hear from them. So I appreciate all of that. And Thursday, I'm gonna do what some people do. I'm gonna probably celebrate the whole month. I'm gonna try to do something next week. I wanted to do something yesterday. I just fell on a bad week, so I get paid this week. So probably definitely gonna celebrate some type of way. But thank you guys so much though for the love. And peace and love always. I love you guys, man. Thanks for supporting the channel. We're at 308. We've been stuck with 308 in a while. We need to start pushing it. I want to get to 500. That's the goal before we set our next goal to 1,000. So hopefully we get there. I want to get there before the end of the year. But I thank everybody who's been loyal. My man Caper. Good. I know he's happy his Bears won yesterday. My buddy B. I know he's deeply in school. I got a dang. In fact, I'm gonna look at it right now because I would definitely need to shout you out, bro. Let me look him up real quick. This ain't gonna take long. Then I'm gonna go ahead and shut the show down. But I gotta give this guy some love. He's been really he's been saying a lot of encouraging words, and I appreciate him. On my shorts, I've been doing the little shorts with the Nintendo Switch, even though they slowed down a little bit. But let me pull this up real quick because I want to say his name right for sure. Let's see, where do I go? I see, right here. James Gonzalez. See, I'd have been wrong because I was going to say Rodriguez. But shout out to James Gonzalez, man. Thank you for all your kind words. I know I don't know if you watch any of my sports shows, but I definitely always thank you when you shoot your comments. You've been very encouraging. And this is why I do this. I do it for people like you, people who just want to be a little entertained. This is my passion. Sports and video games are my passion. I just mix it into the two. So I'm just glad I'm able to do that for you guys. So shout out to you, big bro. And hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good week so far. Hope everybody having a good week. But thank you so much. Thanks for the birthday love again. I'm going to sign off. I'm Troy West. This was another edition of the NFL Monday Football Hangover, Week 5 edition, 2024. I'm Troy West. Thank you so much. I'll see you next week. And join me live Thursday on the Solid Sports Video Blog, episode 275, as we talk about all sports going into the weekend. Thanks so much for watching. You've been watching the Solid Sports Gaming channel. Please like, share, subscribe. Appreciate you guys so much. See you guys next time. Appreciate it.